What's Mr. Sink up to today? He teams up with John to show you how to demolish a kitchen and prepare for a renovation. Dave and Glenn pull out the brooms. I give you some handy tips for your toilet and range hood. And Dave learns a thing or two about plumbing and solar power.
Well, hello everyone out there. Today we're going to start a kitchen renovation. And one of the most important things about a kitchen renovations is getting rid of the old kitchen. And to show us how to remove the old kitchen, we're going to call John from Italia Kitchens. How are you, John?
How you going, Mr. Sink?
Yeah, good. Welcome back again. Now, tell the guys out there, when you're removing a kitchen, it's not so simple. I mean, you just don't just rip out an old kitchen. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah. You need to organise like a plumber and that to disconnect all the plumbing, all the electrical work.
Okay. And
then, remove all the appliances and ready to start pulling it apart.
Okay, so basically what you're trying to tell me is that you just can't just rip out an old kitchen. Before you start ripping out an old kitchen, you need to make sure that certain services are disconnected, like power, gas, electricity. I said that already. So power, gas, and is there anything else? Oh, water. Water as well. And I believe you need to be licensed to do that. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
So let's have a quick look around the room first. So in this particular, this is like a classic old 80s kitchen, maybe early 90s. It's got the ceramic tile bench top, standard kitchen sink, dishwasher, electric cooktop and electric oven. So the trades that we need here to disconnect is electrician and a plumber. That's it. All right, well, we'll get those organised, and once we get those organised, we'll bring you back and we'll show you how the rest of it's done. Come on, show us your tips.
I have a toilet tip for you today. We get a lot of people coming in here saying that they hate new toilets. It doesn't flush enough water. One of the most common problems that we have with people complaining that not enough water is flushing down is they don't hold the button down. So when you do flush a toilet, now in the last 4 or 5 years, the literature of toilets and the internals of toilets have changed. So what you do need to do is, when you do finish your business, hold the button down until you hear all the water gushing through. So wait until your 4 or your 6 litres of water has rushed through, then lift off. That'll stop your problem of not having enough water gushing through.
Well, all been prepared. Let's have a look. The electricians come in, disconnected all the power points, made them safe. The plumbers come along and disconnected the water supply and also disconnected the dishwasher and also the plumbing underneath the sink. The range hood's been removed, so is the cooktop and the oven. So now all the safety things have been done. Now we can safely remove the kitchen. Okay, well, we've actually decided to recycle these blackwood solid doors. So to remove them, I'm just going to use the cordless screwdriver and just remove each one of these. The room's starting to look bigger already. Wow. It's actually quite hard work. I'm actually a little bit out of breath. Good exercise anyway. So next step, take the cabinet out.
Just to take the overhead off, and once it's done, start on the bottom.
All right, cool. Let's keep going. Now, where would Mr. Sink be without pulling out the sink? Now, this sink here can be recycled as well, and you can take it to your scrap metal yard and you probably get a few bucks for it. So we're going to take this out and we're going to recycle this as well. So Mr. Sink is going to take out the sink. And I'm taking the tiles with it. There we go. Mr. Sink, kitchen sink.
What a tool!
Hi everyone, here with Glenn, Tullamarine Harbour again. Mate.
Hi, Dave. Good to see you, mate.
Having fun, mate, having
Yeah,
fun.
That's it.
So what have you got today?
Oh, just a few different types of brooms that we keep here.
Okay.
Yeah, just all sort of different ones for different jobs, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Well, I will start off with something like this, a nice soft bristle.
And what would you use that for?
Dust, concrete floors, picking up fine debris.
Okay, but there is
Yep.
something missing here, I think.
Yep, a stick. You can use it.
Thick or stick?
You can use it like this if you go down like
Yeah, but
no, it's a lot easier with a
Hey,
hand.
what do you think? I'm a tool.
Yeah.
No, so okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's basically just a softer, so it's
Softer.
not as harsh.
And it'll pick up finer particles.
Oh, okay, but you can even use it for dust as well.
Yes.
Worst case scenario. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So what else?
Yeah, well see this one's got a coarser bristle in the middle and a
Okay.
finer one on the outside.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to scrub my feet with it, am I?
No, well you could.
And this is more like a brush.
That's a scrubbing brush.
Oh,
yeah.
scrubber. So like,
Yep.
just what stains, that sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
concrete, decking, to clean it. Yeah.
And that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, a
or?
little hand brush. Yeah.
So not a bit of a.
Yeah, you could use it for that.
Well, actually, Mr. Sink can polish his head. So.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
But and these are just what? Oh, what about these ones here?
Oh, just a different brand. That's more of a council type broom. You know, sweeping your footpaths, gutterings,
Okay.
heavier stuff you want to move, dirt, mud. That'll be good for
Okay,
that.
and
Yep.
this is what? Just your.
And that's just another finer, real fine. You can even wash cars with that. It's that
Okay,
fine.
but
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of this more indoors, like just like a
Yeah.
normal house
kitchen.
broom.
Yeah, kitchen, perfect. In a
Beautiful.
kitchen, yeah.
Okay.
Ideal for that.
And these are just what? So
Just dustpans.
just to clean them up.
Picking up all the mess and that sort of thing.
And what's the difference between a big one and a small one?
Just big jobs, big clean up job.
So more
Picks
for
up more.
outside and
Yes.
that's
Or-
for,
yeah.
that's for inside.
That's
okay.
right. Yeah.
Now what's that big thing over there?
Oh, Dave, that's for you, mate. This is what you need for the warehouse, Dave.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
You know what?
No idea.
It looks like the old '70s Mo's, you know,
Yeah,
like,
it must have.
like Dennis Lilly and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's perfect. So
Yeah.
can we use that now, or
Yeah, yeah.
so we
give
can
it a
clean
go.
up here? You want to?
Yeah.
Am I doing it
So,
right?
no, yeah, well, you are, but ideally this one for picking up the heavier
Ah,
stuff.
okay.
That one,
That one there.
so you can push it.
Yeah, you're doing a good job, Glenn. I like
That's it.
That's all right. I'm going to watch you here.
That's it, Dave. There you have a go,
That's
mate.
it. So just
Yeah.
just like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Feels good.
beautiful.
Feels good to sweep away all my emotions.
And then you can just grab your dustpan, pick up all the rubble into the bin,
Or a shovel or something.
shovel,
here.
yeah, shovel,
Okay.
scoop it up.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
So, brooms. What a tool.
that's a tool.
What a tool!
Now, time to get this, I don't know what we can call this, but this tiled top, let's get it off. Now it's really, really heavy. We're going to try and get it off in one piece, John. You reckon we can get it off in one piece?
Give it a go.
All right, so if we each grab a corner, we should be able to get this all off. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, look at that. Oh. How easy was that? That's one of the things when you start ripping apart old kitchens and bathrooms. You get to see how good the workmanship was of the person that put it in. Although this kitchen looked great, some of the workmanship wasn't as good as what you would expect. So, but we're going to do a great job with the replacement, aren't we?
That's it, mate.
Cool. All right, now we just got to take the fascia off. Hey, what kind of hammer is this? It's important to have good quality tools. This one I'm not going to use anymore. All right. Okay, job is done. That was pretty easy actually. Yeah. It took us just under 2 hours to do that. And now the area is ready for the renovation.
That's it. We'll put our new kitchen.
So what we're going to do, next time we come here, in another future episode, we're going to show you the finished product here. And it's going to look a lot different to what it looks like now. But all the preparation work's done, kitchen can be installed, and we'll see you in here in a future episode.
Hi everyone, here with Peter from Red Star Plumbing Supplies. How are you, mate?
Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Very good, thanks. Very
That's good.
Now, you're going to show us some tips on how to look out for when things go wrong with plumbing.
Yes,
Is that right?
yes, definitely, yep.
And, as we always say, make sure there's a licensed plumber involved. Is that right?
I'll always use a licensed plumber.
And
Got to make sure he's licensed and make sure he'll do the right thing.
that's always a good
Yep.
tip. Thank you, Peter. So, what are you showing us here?
Well, here, Dave, we've got a laundry trough.
Yep.
And similar thing in the kitchen. What happens if it's normally blocked? The water doesn't go down.
Yep.
Which means a couple of things. Could be a blocked here in the trap.
Okay.
And what you'll basically do simply is try it with a plunger.
I know what I can do with this, Mr. Sink.
So firstly, just try it with a plunger. Give it a couple of pumps.
Do you want to have a look at this?
Just simply through the waste hole.
If
there,
it's
through
blocked in there, you just go...
Yep. Just give it a couple of pumps like that,
Oh, beautiful.
and let the water see if it goes. If it goes out. If it doesn't go out, then secondly you've got to try and undo this strap here, and basically just change it to a new one.
So something like this?
Yep. One of these straps you can just find to any hardware shop. You can also undo it. Give it a good clean. If it's blocked further than that point, once you've cleaned this up and we still got the same problem,
Yep.
and it's further than that point, then you got to call a licensed plumber.
Very good to know.
Do
Pete.
not try it yourself. You put things
Please.
back as you took off, and you call yourself a licensed plumber, and he'll fix your problem. up.
Sounds good. And that's including you, Mr. Sink. Don't try it yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete. Let's go to the next tip. Okay, now, what's the next tip, Pete?
Well, the other tip is, Dave, is our washing machine hose, which a lot of people have at their homes.
Yep.
With the washing machine hose, we always recommend people should turn their tap off when they go out, watch their kids play footy, or when they go out to restaurants, when they're away from home for 3-4 hours, because a lot of damage can happen in 3-4 hours.
But not just that, it's all about energy saving and water saving.
water saving.
You know the 3 R's? Reduce, reuse, I almost forget my own line. So reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Recycle.
Jeez, I'm getting bad at these days, aren't I? So yeah,
So
it's a good
always-
idea. So
The other problem we do have with the washing machine hoses is that you get always water dripping from here and leaking, the water's
noticed
hose kinked and all sorts of problems.
yeah, kinking. I remember we had the washing machine because it
Yeah.
was so it was pushed
Pushed
up
right
against.
against the wall.
It was all
All
bending.
the hoses bent like that without you realising. You don't get no water in the washing machine.
That's right. And if that means if it stays like that for a long time, it'll break.
Burst, and then that's when the big damage is.
All the big bucks.
Yeah.
So what's an easy way just to sort of
So
get away
what you
with it?
basically you just got to pull your washing machine out a little bit and just keep an eye on these hoses and make sure they're nice and loose behind it.
Beautiful.
So they haven't got this sort of kinking there. They have a nice round circular.
Sounds good. And if they've got any other sounds like
Any other squeaking sounds or anything like that, it could be from the washers. We need to change the washers in there.
Yep.
The other leaking problem we have, if you can undo the hose, you've got to switch the tap off, of course. Undo your hose, and we've also got a washer in there, so you can easily change that yourself.
Okay.
The 2 hot and cold water supplies here with the outlet. If you're
Yep.
always getting drips from here, it means you have to change your washer.
Okay. Now you've got 2 or 3 different types.
Yeah,
there.
we've got. Well, these are
what do they do?
the. That's just the basic standard washer. That's the soft turn washer.
Yep.
And that's a hole-proof washer, which means that all these different washers are sitting on the seating inside. If it's damaged or if it's marked, it actually makes it easier for them to seal the water dripping from here.
Is that why sometimes my taps at home are hard to turn?
hard to turn.
And they make that squeaking sound.
Yeah, the squeaking sound's in the spindle in here, which means you have to change your O-ring as well.
Ah, see.
Yeah, but it's very difficult there. You've got to call your licensed plumber.
Yep. I was just about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
That's good
yeah.
to know. So there
Because
you
that can get very ugly, and you can do a lot of damage there with your taps, and then it'll
Yeah.
cause you
And-
replacing the whole tap.
And plus, if I can avoid doing it myself, I'll do it. I don't like doing anything at home.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
thanks again,
Yeah.
Pete. Some great tips. Hope that's helped you guys out there.
No worries.
Thanks
you
again.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time.
Come on, show us your tips.
I have a tip for your range hood today. Make sure every couple of months, depending on how much you use your cooktop, that every few months, take your filter out, just like this, soak it in your trough with just some warm water, or leave it overnight with just some mild dishwashing soap to get all the fats off this. It is very important that you do that for 2 reasons. If you're anything like a few people that I know, they leave it there for months and months and months and they never clean it. You'll end up, your filter, which is made out of aluminium, will end up just dissolving and wearing away. If you want longevity of your range hood filter, every few months, just soak it in some mild soap, warm water overnight. And also, it stops the smell inside the house. And also, another thing is that a lot of people don't realise that if you have a lot of fat on your range hood filters, sometimes it can be dangerous for cooking as well. If you have high flames, like this one here's got a wok, high flames, it could start sparking up as well. So make sure every few months, soak it in the trough overnight just to get rid of all the fat. And also, don't forget, even on the inside, give it a bit of a wipe down on the inside as well. Most range hoods like this one here, it's easy to wipe inside, and really it only takes you 5 or 10 minutes every 3 or 4 months, and at least you know you're going to have your range hood for a long time.
Hi everyone, we're here with Gary, Spencer Tools Electrical. How are you, mate?
Good, David, thank you.
That's good, it's good. Now, what are you going to talk to us today?
Well, basically you want to talk about solar energy. It's become very, very popular now. You've seen lots of people that have responded to these ads on TV and putting on 1500 or 3000 watt systems on their house. But a lot of people forget that the advantages of solar are things like us men with our tool sheds. We have ride-on mowers, we have a motorbike, and we have, you know, a boat and all
power
sorts of
tools,
things.
whatever the case is, yeah.
But we very rarely use those. We might use them once or twice a year. We go to use them, then the battery goes flat.
Yes.
And that's the end of your battery. So nowadays people are buying these smaller solar panels and hooking them up to their battery so that whenever they go to their man cave, their ride-on mower's ready to go, their boat is all charged up, everything's ready to go.
Well, wishful thinking actually getting out on the boat, but yeah.
Yes, well, that'd be lovely if we ever get the time.
Yeah, that's right.
So by having solar, having connected up to your batteries will stay in absolute prime condition.
Oh, fantastic.
It'll look after them, the battery will last a lot longer. And as you know, batteries are very, very expensive. So if you can keep them in good condition, you're extending their life from a 3, 4 or 5 year lifespan up to 9, 10, 12 years. If it's only doing one little battery, you might have an electric fence at your farm. You might just need a small little panel like that.
So just basically, do you need a licensed person to put these in, or?
Well, not if you're doing that sort of thing. It's simply positive, negative, the same as any wire in your car. So there's a black and a red.
Yep.
That hooks up to your batteries, positive and negative. So in the small panels, you just hook it straight up to your battery and it'll keep it in top condition. Nowadays, you'll see many tradies with a solar panel on top of their vans, and that's ran inside their van, and that keeps all their batteries charged up for all their power tools, their drills, etc.
And it doesn't have to be like a bright day either, does it? It can be gloomy a little bit, or?
Well, these are monocrystalline panels, so that's what we use.
Sorry, you're confusing me, yeah.
So there's 2 sorts, polycrystalline, monocrystalline. Mono is what we use here, basically south of Sydney. We get a lot of cloudy days. They will still charge during cloudy days, or even if they're in the shade. They just charge a lot less. So you just keep that in mind. If you can get into full sun, you'll get full charge. And if you're in the shade, you will still get a charge, but it'll be just somewhat less.
This has been fantastic. It's look, I've learnt so much today, and I'm sure everyone else has. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
Pleasure being here on the show, and
thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
For more information about anything you've seen in this episode, or to contact us with your tips and ideas, visit mrsynctv.com.au or follow us on Facebook at The Mr. Sync Show.
Well, we really hope you enjoyed today's show, and we'll see you next time. Well, hello everyone out there. Today we're going to show you how to... What are we going to show? What do we call it? What do you call it?
Okay, now we've got here what we call guesser tool. All right, we've got some novelty tools here, and you want to take it further, Glenn?
Yeah, well, all the audience, just have a look and see if you can guess what these tools are and what
I've
they
got
do.
absolutely no idea.
Yes. All right.
So,
yeah.
look at this. I mean, I don't know, is it from the mafia or I don't know?
We don't know. But yes, let's see if we can guess what they are.
Well, either way, who guesses it right will win a secateurs supplied by Barco. Is that right,
That's
Glenn?
right, that's right.
Okay.
Yep, worth
So-
$120.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
So, first in, best dressed, all right?
That's right.
So, to enter this competition, what you need to do is, you've got to get on to mrsynctv.com.au or get on our Facebook page and guess. So the first person who guesses these tools, Glenn,
Yep.
and gets it right,
Yes,
wins those tools.
that tool. That's right. That's
So I'm
it.
not the tool. Or,
No, that's
yeah.
the tool.
So guess the tool. That's right, guess the
Guess
tool.
the tool.
So we'll see you next time.
Rightio.